Welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host, Sellssi Afiawoye, and today we're going to talk about the midfielders for Ghana's Afcon qualifier game. The possible squad we'll be looking at. We looked at the goalkeepers and the defenders. Today is a 10 of the midfielders. Myself, my good friend here, Delali, we've put together the midfielders, and there's not many surprises in
Called
there.
the players for OTTO.
Yeah, we've got the players for OTTO. No surprises in there. Why are they not going to going to be so surprised by this?
I think it's because the if you look at the time interval between the last call up and this time around, players haven't been active because the season was coming to an end when we played the last World Cup qualifiers, and after that, the players went on holidays. They were not active. The only competitive games they've played is preseason.
Yeah, and
so
you can't use that
the coaches will call players that they already wanted to call in the previous call up, that they actually didn't end up calling them, or they will stick to the players that they called. It's just some few names that have started their season even before that. And mind you, you have to call the players 2 weeks before the competition, the call-up day. So it means that by the time the season will start, the players themselves,
they know who is going to be called. Yes,
they have already called them before you start performing.
All right, before we dive into it, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. So let's jump into it. And the first player on my list, or our list, is Thomas Partey. No surprises why. That's the Partey. No need to talk much about Thomas Partey.
Sorry, deputy captain.
Deputy captain of the Ghana Black Stars. And he is supposed, well, he's the captain now with Andre not getting a shout.
No, OTTO hasn't called.
Okay, OTTO. Okay, so let's not jump the gun. All right, Kudus Mohammed in there, obviously, from last season, amazing season he had. No surprises, Kudus being included in our possible starting 11. I'm expecting him to continue.
For no injury.
Injury-free season. And we'll see how best he can take the Ghana national team in those first 2 games. Elisha also.
I think Elisha is one of them players that the coach really likes, because he's the one that's introduced him, gave him first
during the World Cup qualifiers 2022.
Played him in the second game against Nigeria, gave him a decent role, and he played very well. Unfortunately, the boy played under Chris Hughton, and things were very bad for him and the entire country. But I think OTTO has shown how he wants to use him as double pivot, a support to usually Salis, and then free Thomas Partey to go ahead and play. And I think consistently he's been playing. Also helped his club to qualify into the French League 1. So obviously, as I said, he should be there.
Okay. Forsen Amankwa recently joined Norwich, and played in his first championship game. Great game he had.
A bad player. We added him as a wild card, but his is 50-50, because I think he has always been a very solid, a good player. Unfortunately, the time he went into Norwich, maybe OTTO had already called the players or not. That's the part. But he always has the right to make additions. So I feel if there's any player that get called and doesn't show up, or some way somehow tells the coach that I won't be available, I think Forsen would be considered.
Okay, so Forsen Amankwa makes it. Joseph Paintsel also in the midfielders.
Yeah, I think Paintsel
in the MLS, doing well, came back from injury, missed the last one
because of injury. I think
he came back and scored.
He made the coaches know that it's because of injury. That's why they haven't called him. And I think he'll be called. He's more like a forward, but because of the number of forwards OTTO would call, I think he would be forced to add him to the midfielders to give way for more forwards up front. So I think, because even his style of play, I think he would get a call up. However, wherever they position him, I think he's one of them players that automatically will be
involved. Obviously, scoring goals is beneficial as a midfielder. Baba Idrisu, does he make a return for you?
No doubts. In as much as Salis
has not been as sharp as we know him to,
as we expect him to be, I think Idrisu doesn't really fit OTTO and how he wants. OTTO, in as much as he wants, he play DMs. He wants DMs that can start the play. Because if you look at the second half of Ghana versus, which team did we play in Kumasi?
Central African Republic.
Good. Ghana versus Central Africa. The second half, if you saw how he played Salis, he allowed him to, whenever Ghana wants to start playing, he goes all the way to the box and start receive the ball from the defenders and start distributing it from there. You see Jiku wide, Salisu wide, and then he now plays like a center back when Ghana wants to start the attack because he gets the ball from the goalkeepers and that thing. Baba Idrisu struggles with it, and I don't know how, because someone who plays in the Spanish La Liga,
you think he should be able to progress the ball
struggles
easily.
with it, and I don't really feel like.
And it's normal, no surprise.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah, and it's normal. I think new contract, permanent one. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays for Ghana versus Angola. Yeah, they will. Salis Abdul Samed, despite not being as sharp as we know him to.
He is, unless the coaches get confidence and try Ibrahim Suleiman, Salis continues to be the quote-unquote best DM. The best DM I'm saying is not like he's the best DM, but I mean like in the squad, in the grand scheme of things. Unless them play Ibrahim Suleiman as one day, then the guy show we say he be solid.
He'll be solid.
Before Salis go first at this.
Ibrahim Suleiman, you mentioned him. He's in our team.
Solid. Atlanta has scored him back. Solid player. He hasn't, like, there hasn't been enough competition, enough playing time for other players for him to lose his spots. I know the girl that they talk about. Good. So, free pass.
Abu Francis.
He too, if other players come, like the way like example, your Kamadin no day, but example, Kamadin is not there because he's injured.
He's injured.
So I feel Kamadin, for example, he may be in the squad that Otuado had initially called, but because of injury, somebody maybe that's where Forsen will come inside. And then Ibrahim Abu Francis, I think he's not a bad player, obviously. The friendly matches, he was part of the players that the coach tried. If the returnees come, when I mean the returnees, like Pencil comes and it doesn't affect him, he should be in this team. Yeah.
Okay, so those are midfielders. Let us know what you think about them in the comments box here. Ghana will be taking on Angola on the 5th of September at the Bayara Sports Stadium before they travel off to face Niger on the 9th of September. Predictions in the comments box. Possible midfielders you would want that we did not mention. Delali, thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.